my Pepsi, hoping that it shall not fizz after it connected straight to my off jaw side. Here we go. Please don't fizz up and kill me. Thank you. Welcome to the MMA Guru Live. How's it going, good sir? A lot of shit's going down, okay? In the real world and the MMA world. We're going to talk about the MMA world in this one. And we're going to try and steer it towards the MMA discussion. Because I know people have had enough of politics already and need to just talk about fucking MMA. Not Luke Thomas. We're not going to get into politics, you know what I mean? But I like Luke Thomas's appearance on JRE, though. I watched some more of it the other day. He's a seemingly cool guy for an MMA media member, you know? Big Chungus, he says. Oh my god, Guru, Colby's live on Fox News crying. No, he's not. Someone told me that Masvidal was yesterday, and he was not. So I'm not going to believe that Colby is crying on Fox News. I don't see that one happening. But still, Wonderboy versus Geoff Neal. What do we think about it, boys? Who you got in the chat? Let me know. I will give my answer, and that is Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. The man who wonders about boys and teaches kids staff-wielding training in his spare time. Very interesting hobbies that he has, but still, I'm going to be going with Wonderboy. Wonderboy! Definitely. Just for walkout song alone, you're going to go with Neal. You're going to go with Geoff Neal. I thought maybe, if you were talking to me after the Wonderboy Pettis loss, then perhaps, but now that Wonderboy's Luke K win is looking real nice, I don't mind it. And plus, I've seen Geoff Neal lose to Kevin Holland and not look too good when he's been outranged and someone can control range on him. That's a decent enough striker. But still, I know Wonderboy does not nearly have the range of Kevin Holland, but I would say he has better distance management. And also, I want to point out with Mr. Geoff Neal, who really has he beaten? Neal's chin is sus. Yeah, but I don't think he gets TKO'd in a 3-rounder against Wonderboy. I think he's going to get cracked enough to not put it on like he needs to. You know what I mean? Because you do kind of need to put it on Wonderboy, in all honesty. I don't think you can play that patient game. Like, you need to go forward, take shots, and land good leg kicks like Pettis did. Or you need to wait and just hopefully you catch him in those later rounds. And Woodley was only able to do that in rounds 4 and 5, which in this fight, Geoff Neal won't have. So I don't know how else he's going to do it, to be honest with you. But it's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to be going with Wonderboy, though. I just see him dancing around, getting it done. Pettis got lucky. Well, I don't like to say that because I predicted Pettis to win by second round finish after chopping at the legs for 1.5 rounds. But still, I don't like to say he was lucky because I predicted it correctly. But still, you can call it lucky. Very interesting. But still, anyway, I'll be going with Wonderboy there definitely against Geoff Neal because Geoff Neal's beaten, look, Nico Price after a headbutt on both of them, and they both got knocked down, and Neal got up first. All good. Neal got up first after a headbutt. You know what I mean? And they did land shots on each other as well, and Neal was doing good in that fight, so I'm going to give him that credit. But still, you know what I mean? That's a good win. Mike Perry went on to look like he did against CM Punk. Not CM Punk, Mickey Gall, the guy who beat CM Punk. And didn't look too good against Mickey Gall. So that kind of diminishes the Geoff Neal win even more. Plus, Geoff Neal has not been in there for a while, much like Wonderboy. But if Wonderboy was taking on a guy who's been very active recently, I would not mind his chances. But Neal has not been so active because he wants to pursue his career or opportunity, as Dana White would say, in waiting on people, which is very interesting because he makes a lot of money when he does fight. He makes good cash. And I don't know why he waits on the side, especially in a time like this. But who knows? I'm still going to be going with Wonderboy, though, because Geoff Neal, like, he beat Frank Camacho. Okay, so did Justin James at lightweight. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of loses the value a tiny bit here. You know what I mean? I don't know, though. I'm not sold on Geoff Neal yet. I wanted to see one more win. I don't like to jump up for him. I thought I wanted to see Geoff Neal versus Luke K. Maybe Geoff Neal versus the winner of, let's say, Cerrone beats Price. They want to chuck him to Geoff Neal or something. Or Geoff Neal versus Neil Magny, Battle of the Neals. Who is the best Neal and takes home the name that they're allowed to keep from now on? Who knows? Is Bellator on yet? No. Bellator stream for members later? I guess so, but I'm not going to be doing the whole thing. Maybe the prelims. I don't know. Hardy versus Sanchez. Lemafeo, what is that? Dan Hardy and... Oh, yeah, that's what I want to talk about as well. Great segueing. Willie, which is not spelled Segway. I learned that 2 days ago. Anyone else know that? Segue, when you talk about, when you change to a different part of conversation, is spelled differently than the segways you ride around and the segways that you crash into on GTA on the beaches. Did they have, I swear they did. I'm sure they had segways on the beaches in GTA. Maybe I've uncovered like the killing spree that I went on years ago in Los Angeles or something. Moving on to the next topic, which is the topic I was just discussing. But we're segueing. I mean, I'm stuck in a segue right now, but it's not spelt segue. It's not spelt like that. It's not segue. It's segue with a UE or something like that. Something real French. Pathetic. Just get along with the language, you know what I mean? But still, what were we just discussing? Someone had a great segue. Fuck. Hardy Sanchez on Twitter. I heard they're going back and forth. I have not yet reacted to the tweets themselves. I shall be reacting to them live on the MMA Guru Live. Let's check it out. Latest MMA news. Mike Tyson welcomes Evander Holyfield trilogy. If the people want it. I mean, he's just going to die. Even if he wins, like, there's just only so much damage I want to see him take. But still, maybe they'll just... I honestly feel like Mike Tyson's entire comeback is just going to be a babying from the people that actually could destroy him right now. I think they're just going to sort of like, yeah, Mike Tyson, we went to a decision, and I still beat him, but he's Mike Tyson, and he went to a decision. What a guy. I don't think they're really going to go out there. Like, if someone came back as a legend in the... This is the difference between MMA and boxing. If someone came back as a legend... I know these other guys that he's fighting are also not quite in their prime, but still. If someone came back as a legend in MMA, the guy who's fighting them is going to want to KO them immediately in the first round. Like, just to make their name. But I feel like boxing's a little bit more respectful. Like, someone would value, 12 rounds with the beast, man. It's a little bit more rim jobby, you know, the whole boxing sport. But still, here we go with the tweets. Diego Sanchez versus someone else. Dan Hardy, sorry. Forgot his name. If Dan Hardy MMA wants his combat death, okay. Diego Sanchez talking about someone else's combat death. Very funny. Very funny. To be by me. Come on, Dan, just ask. I'll give you the warrior's death you desire. Very interesting. He's cursing himself here, boys. Be careful what you say. Dan, if you really want to come get it, my reptile ass eats your weak ass serpent. Very interesting. He's gone for a little reptile pun there because Dan Hardy's thing is called Full Reptile. Very cool. If Dan Hardy MMA wants to... Okay, cool. He's replying. You're a funny guy, Diego Sanchez, UFC. Choice words. I can't help but feel bad laughing at you, though. Very interesting. Usually sticks to doing that to 15-year-olds on Twitter. When it's clear that you need a serious psychological evaluation... Okay. Was calling me out your own idea, or did you get help from that mystical yoga teacher guy that you keep in your pockets? Let's just call it what it is. His gay friend. Okay. Let's not even beat around the bush anymore with this mystical yoga teacher. Let's just call it what it is. Sanchez's toy boy. Okay. Because we're just going to get to the point from now on. I'm sick of darting around the topic. Sanchez gets analed by his coach. You know what I mean? It's just what we know. What I know will break the internet. The notorious MMA Let's Go. Right, well, that's not going to happen, is it? Seeing as they can't get the Poirier fight together. We're not going to make way for Sanchez. Cowboy salami, I'm in. Bring it. He don't want this. Like, okay, now he's talking about John. Okay, Diego Sanchez is... this is what happens with Sanchez. You get him for a bit and then he trickles away. You know what I mean? Trump tweets reaction. We're not talking about politics. Do you understand me? Election fraud is not a topic to be discussed in MMA. Okay? So we're just going to stick to the MMA right now. But we are going to talk about politics, one thing, yeah, because I saw a video today. Trump put it on YouTube. Biden accidentally said, we have built the most inclusive and something else voter fraud organization in U.S. history. He actually said voter fraud organization by accident. Crazy. But still, nothing going on. Little Biden revealing some secrets with his twitches and seizures. All good. I heard Wonderboy is bringing his students on his bus to the event. But let's not talk about the election. But let's talk about Wonderboy bringing his students on his bus to the event. Right, well, let's make sure he takes them to the event. Okay, not to the Wonder Cave. Or whatever he tricks them by calling it. You know what I mean? Come on, kids, to the Wonder Cave. Why, Wonderboy? We've learned enough staff training tonight. No. Guru, which fights are you most excited for this weekend? Which fights am I most excited for? There's a lot on the main card. Gedalia versus Yan Jiaonan is... You know what I'm saying? I don't know what noise that is, but it's a little bit of that noise in terms of what my reaction to the announcement was. But it's a good fight. I will be paying attention, of course. It's in the strawweight division, so they're actually going to be good fighters. They actually know what they're doing. So, yeah, it'll be really good. Ian Heineck versus Brendan Allen. Great one. Heineck is going to beat him by decision, in my opinion. And I think it's going to be a tough learning lesson for Brendan Allen, but we'll see. Maybe Allen surprises me. We'll see what happens. Hauni Barcelos versus Khalid Taha, all good. If Hauni wins, rush. He's getting too old. Arlovski versus Bosa, amazing. They're all good, man. I can't. Resurrection season on the line for Glover Teixeira. Like, it's a good card. You know what I mean? Even with all of the stuff that's fallen off of the card, it's still a good card because we got saved on the prelims with Chiesa there, which as much as he's fighting a can, I did say this before, he is fighting absolute can, but he saved the prelims. And so has Romanov versus De Lima, because otherwise these prelims are a little bit stinky. You know what I mean? But then next weekend, though, you've got Makhachev Dos Anjos. So, yeah, no. Women's strawweight co-main event, according to Google. Kay Hansen versus Corey McKenna. God fucking damn it. Stick spoons in my eyes. Sanchez flying knees Hardy. Yeah. Wait, Dan Hardy's fighting Sanchez? No, they're talking on Twitter about fighting. And I want to see Hardy fight Sanchez. Let's talk more about that, because I genuinely want to see Hardy fight Sanchez, because this is why. It's the perfect counterbalance. If Hardy comes back and wins, cool. Hardy gets to come back and win. And it's a very winnable fight for him. Would be a close fight. Exactly. That's why I'm saying this. I don't want to see Hardy, as much as I do want to see Hardy come back and get obliterated, I don't want it to be against someone who we know is going to do it to him. Like, if it's going to be an obliteration, let Sanchez shock the world with one of his legendary flying knees in the third round. Snail's pace flying knees from Sanchez. But, you know, it's interesting. I'm definitely going to be going with Sanchez to just out-grapple him, I imagine, after watching Sanchez versus Gall. I think he could probably do that to Hardy. But, yeah, all that art of the broadsword training is not going to help a double leg. And even against Chiesa, Sanchez showed some good grappling. So I think if he went to that, he could get it done. If he stays on the feet, Hardy's got a chance. But also, and before I read this donation out, which I do appreciate, by the way, and I will remember to read you out, good sir. I can see it. I can't quite see your name or your number that you've sent me. Dan Hardy, if he loses, humiliation. That's what we need. Because if an old guy's coming back, we need it to be humiliating if he loses. Because Diego, if you lose to Diego Sanchez at this point, like, it's safer for you to retire now. Like, Dan Hardy, if he wants to come back, this is the perfect fight if he loses, to let him know that he no longer belongs. Because I don't want Dan Hardy to come back, lose to Neil Magny or Anthony Pettis or something like this, and then say, but it's Anthony Pettis and Neil Magny, and I'll get back in there against Luke A. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want that kind of thing to happen. So if he loses to Sanchez, it's just like, okay, cool. Back to training in the art of the broadsword and stuff like that, you know? Haven't been around recently. Hey up. Oh, hey up. I'm going back to the donation. I just got $2 from Chris Jackson, he names himself. Is Izzy underestimating Jan Blachowicz? Everybody underestimates Jan Blachowicz. I underestimate Jan Blachowicz. That's not okay, but it is okay, because as much as I do respect Jan Blachowicz as a champion, I understand why Izzy's the favorite. Like, and that's just how it is. Like, as much as people keep telling me, like, you need to stop underestimating Jan Blachowicz, I don't. I've just picked against him. You know what I mean? Sorry, I picked Reyes, who, in my opinion, beat John fucking Jones. You know what I mean? Like, that was my bad. I get it. But at the same time, he does kind of deserve to be the underdog. Like, why would he be the favorite in this situation? Although, maybe because of the size, but maybe the odds should be a bit closer, in my opinion. I'll give you that the odds should be a bit closer, because Jan is dangerous and he has the legendary power of the suicide victims rope. You know what I mean? But it's very dangerous. I'm just going to be going with Israel Adesanya for a reason, you know? Fug Rose, he has said a couple of times. Guru's thumbnail is unmatched, of course. I don't think it was that impressive, but, like, fair play to you, man, you know? Izzy could be faster here. I know, he could be. But he probably is going to be. Oh my God, Corey just tripped and got KO'd. Don't be silly. It's firework night. It was just simply a reverberal effect. Is it firework night in America? It's been firework night here. I was trying to record a video earlier, and it was just non-stop. Like, I felt like I was in fucking... I thought I was behind enemy lines for a second, honestly, the gunshot sounds, but still. Manhuef versus Anderson prediction. We're going to be going with Corey Anderson. However, I do respect Manhuef's chances, because Corey Anderson's chin is fucking trash. You know what I'm saying? Sanchez went 17-0 until his first loss. Wowzers. Is that actually true, though? Because it might be, but I don't remember him having that many fights on The Ultimate Fighter. He might have actually been that mad of a record, but I swear it wasn't 17-0. Oh, no, he won the Ultimate Fighter. What am I talking about? And then went on to do well. Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought it was... Yeah, cool. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm scrolling down. You are right, most likely. Let me check. Yeah, I don't know why, but I just thought his Ultimate Fighter was like a barrier for him, but he won it anyway, so let me keep going. There you go. Yeah, he was 17-0, fair play. Until he lost to Josh Koscheck. Wow, there was a moment in time where Diego Sanchez was a savage. Okay? That just tells you all you need to fucking know about the situation he's in right now. Okay? Diego Sanchez was like one of the most promising prospects in the UFC way back. I know. I just, for some reason, when I hear people get into the Ultimate Fighter, I tend to assume they lost. Just automatically in my head. I know that Sanchez was legendary back in the day. But like, in my head, whenever I hear someone win on the Ultimate Fighter, there's a higher chance they lost, you know. Guru, who you got in Prime Cruz versus Zabit 5 rounds? I'm going to be going with Zabit Magomed Sharipov. No, I'm going to go with Dominic Cruz. Zabit can't finish him. Zabit has no finishing ability, and he's not going to out-grapple Cruz like crazy. And Cruz in his prime didn't have tendonitis. So although I think Zabit would do very well in the first 2 rounds, I reckon Cruz could turn it around. He's a big boy for bantamweight. I reckon he'd do all right there. Depends what... If they're fighting at 140 catch weight, Zabit's going to die on the scales. So, yeah, no. It depends what they're fighting at. If you're talking about featherweight, maybe there's an argument to be had, but I'm assuming you're talking about an even ground between them, you know. Why are Bellator main events 3 rounds? Because there is no title on the line. Only title fights require 5 rounds in Bellator. Manhuef KO'd Mark Hunt. I get he isn't in his prime, but power doesn't leave you, and Corey got KO'd by wind. Very interesting. Also in Bellator, they like their contenders to turn around, because a lot of the stars in Bellator that they have in main events of fight, that are usually their main events of fight nights, funnily enough, you know. That's fucking stupid. Yeah, but they don't want their main eventers to be in wars. And also in Grand Prix, I think they do 5 rounds as well, because the title's eventually on the line. Or, am I wrong on that? I swear MVP versus Daly was 5 rounds. I definitely feel like it was. Unless it just felt like 5 rounds watching the fucking thing. Okay, we'll never know, apparently. We will never fucking know, because Tapology doesn't tell you. I swear it was 5 rounds. It didn't just feel like that, did it? Thoughts on Brett John's moving to Bellator? He'll do good, but we'll see. He's at the end of his career. Like, I didn't think he would ever go to the championship in the UFC. You got to make it a bit clearer against Montel Jackson if you're going to do that. I mean, yeah, I just don't know. It's interesting. I think he'll do well. I don't know if he'll get the belt, but he'll do well over there for sure. Win his first few fights. Giga ain't a can man. He takes risks to get to the top. Yes. Good old 7-2 risks. Anyway, $2 from Chris Jackson. Will Izzy shut the fuck up about Jones? He sounds like a fan. I will say this, and this needs to be mentioned about Israel Adesanya. Blaming it on the old ganja, the old devil's lettuce. Is there more of a clear sign of someone that's definitely on roids at this point? Someone's definitely on roids at this point, correct? Why is 7-2 bad? It's not bad, but it is on short notice while Giga's been in training camps all year. Okay, that's a big deal, and it's also a Giga Chikadze who's not just a guy coming into the UFC. Okay, he's on a 3-fight win streak right now, or dare I say 4? He's on a 4-fight win streak in the UFC right now. Brandon Davis, Erwin Rivera, Jamal Emmers, and then recently as well, Omar Morales. But, you know, it's very interesting. He's changed his story like 5 times now. Yeah, he's definitely on it, but let's just ignore it, right? It must be Paulo Costa on the roids because, you know, he doesn't have gynecomastia. So he must be on roids, right? Because, you know, there's no growths on his body from elevated hormone levels. So obviously, let's accuse him of it, right? Interesting. Who wins Darius versus Hernandez 2? Cool, I'd go with Darius in a rematch. But it's interesting because Darius, listen, as much as I think that Hernandez did fluke the first fight because of it was a weird sequence, to be fair, you know. Front kick, after faking a glove touch, then straight into a KO punch as a short notice replacement. Like, it does leave some questions. But I do think that Hernandez is the perfect style to beat Darius. Go out there, get stuck in with education. You know what I mean? Not just go out there and be reckless, but go out there like a powerful Dillashaw. And you tend to do quite well against Darius. Like, people with KO power do okay. Other than Drew Dober, I guess. But, people who can just stick it right on him are explosive. They do okay against Darius. But I think that Darius should win in a rematch, though. Can you imagine if Islam fights a dude called Christian? Oh, my God. And they walk out in, like, the Christian walks out in, like, a Crusader outfit. That would actually turn the world against each other. So let's not make that fight happen, okay? Because regardless of the result, there's going to be toxicity from both sides, December 19th, stacked card, he says. It is a very stacked card. But, it's a very stacked card, December 19th fight night. Fuck 255, right? Doesn't need any help. That couldn't do with a Wonderboy versus Geoff Neal on the main card. Nah, Perry versus Means. What are you talking about? Yeah? I don't know, dude. I just feel like they got their priorities wrong at times in the UFC. There's a lot closer cards that need help, but that's okay. I guess they need a training camp. Fair play. Why is Zabit haven't fought for so long? Oh, don't know. Oh, because he wants to fight Yair, but they can't get it done, I guess, because Yair's got a foot injury. But he said he'd be ready by early November, so I don't know what they're doing. I really don't know what they're doing. I don't understand what they're doing at all, really. It's really annoying me. I think Yair could easily beat Zabit, and I don't think he's afraid of him at all. So I don't get it, Because Stevens went in a really close fight with Zabit, but Yair weren't scared of Stevens to sign up against him twice. You know what I mean? So I don't get it, but still interesting. Guru, thoughts on what should be next for Chimaev if he beats Edwards? I'll be going for... Oh, I've actually got this. I've got a little document here. If Chimaev beats Edwards, I say do the Maia fight. I say do the Damian Maia fight. Because that way... No, he didn't add after Chewbacca. Because that way... If you do the Maia fight afterwards, first of all, you can give one more win on the title shot resume of Khamzat, which he's going to need, because I know that Khamzat fans are going to say, no, he gets title shot. No, not title shot. But if Maia versus Chimaev happens, not only do you get Chimaev a reasonable resume for a title shot, a more reasonable resume for a title shot. Who knows if they want to do him over the winner of Masvidal versus Covington, if it's Covington, because that Covington... rematch is going to be deserved if he wins 2 in a row off of a title shot loss, and he's had the closest fight in the world with Usman. Or if Usman loses to Burns, you could do Covington-Usman if Covington beats Masvidal. 2 anyway. But they wouldn't want to do that without the belt for the money. So I don't know. But Chimaev versus Maia would make some sense, because if Maia wins, and this is the big deal, this is a big enchilada, listen up. If Maia wins, you can entice him to stick around, because if Maia wins against another contender rising up that isn't in Khamzat's situation after a Leon Edwards fight, you're just going to ruin a contender and Maia's going to retire. But if Maia wins against Khamzat when Khamzat's top 4, top 3, then Maia's going to be thinking, hang on a second here. One more fight for a title shot, you say, Dana White? Give me a pen. You know what I mean? So I think we could take advantage of not just losing a contender and Maia. Do you know what I mean? Killfuck Mary, Roxy, Modafferi, the Happy Warrior. You've just named 3 versions of Roxanne Modafferi. But thank you very much, good sir. Did UK go in a second lockdown? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's 4-1 beat to beat Islam. Islam hasn't even fought a ranked guy or been past 3 rounds. People call Chimaev overhyped, but to me, Islam's hype is retarded. Got KO'd by Adriano Mines. He beat Arman Sarukian in Sarukian's debut. Close fight. Close fight. You know what I mean? Very close fights. But yeah, I actually picked Arman to beat him in his debut. But still, I beat Cajun Johnson, Cajun Johnson, that guy. Who else did he beat? Davey Ramos. Less impressively than Arman Sarukian, I would say. Not much of anything really happened there. But, Islam Makhachev won the fight. He got dropped to 1 knee by the jiu-jitsu expert in the 3rd round, I believe it was. Or no, not the 3rd round, but one of the rounds. He got dropped to 1 knee with a lead hook. That's all right. Monsters, I tell you. Killers, indeed. Murderers row. They belong at the Comedy Store, I tell you. Did you see Paulo Costa said Rob is next? I did see that. And I would really think it's confusing if it did get signed soon, because that would just show that the UFC was never interested in making Whitaker versus Adesanya. You know what I mean? Because their whole thing about them not making Whitaker Adesanya is because, we'd have to wait till March. but then they think that Blachowicz Adesanya is going to happen in March. So I don't understand. But, you know, they found an excuse to make a title super fight, so I'm down for it. Super fights are cool. €2.30 from Monksir. That's actually the French way of saying the currency. Oh, thank you, Monksir X. Guru just joined Steam. New prediction for Lopez. Thank you very much. I'm going to go with Lopez. Oh, Gustavo Lopez. Yes, I am going to be still going with Gustavo Lopez against his short notice replacement, whose name is... And this is very interesting, and this is the thing that we're all going to be waiting for as I quickly stall with my verbal IQ until I get myself to a Tapology page where I can look up the name of Anthony Burkak, who's going to lose. However, he's beaten absolutely nobody of credit. He has beat some good guys, though, to be fair, but split decision, Joe Soto back in the day. These are old names, you know what I mean? But there was a good time in his career, it seems like, from this. But then he lost 3 fights in a row at Ryzen, including a split decision loss to a man who was 10-10. Beat a guy who was 5-1, fair play. 6-2, fair play. But then you lose to or you beat a guy 5-5. That doesn't really mean too much to me, I would say. But Gustavo Lopez, I trust him to beat this guy, I would imagine. Coming towards the end of his career, 34 years of age, hasn't really been proven against anyone reasonably good recently. But, you know, Gustavo Lopez is a dangerous guy. I'd say looking at how he was able to get back up constantly against Marab, he would do okay in the grappling situations against this guy, but we'll see how it goes. Anything can happen in MMA, you know what I mean? But I'll go with Gustavo Lopez still. $3 from Enstube Forts, Gazy MMA. Where does Neal go with a KO win over Wonderboy? Wonderboy. If Geoff Neal wins a KO against Wonderboy Thompson, maybe he could be the one to steal the Maya fight from Khamzat Chimaev and call out Khamzat Chimaev. Or if Geoff Neal beats Wonderboy, I think he's going to need one more before he gets a title elimination bout. I think that's pretty obvious. You know what I'm saying? So I don't actually know who he'd take on. Probably like someone like, I don't know, Michael Chiesa versus a Geoff Neal. So we could see him versus that kind of style of fighter. But there's some good fights to make. Maybe the winner of Chiesa versus Luque or something along those lines that could happen in January or something. Because, of course, after Geoff Neal's win against Wonderboy for about $100,000, he's going to have to go back and serve about 50 tables for no reason, for no fucking reason, because he's rich. But that's okay. All good. He gets performance bonuses, but that's okay. Keep waiting them fucking tables, Geoff. All good. All good. Another knockout. Yeah. Trump versus Biden, who wins 5 rounds. 5-rounder. What is it, a fight or like a debate? What are we talking there? Because the results are the same, you know. But, you know, it's interesting old time over there in America right now. Guru Costa should fight Jared. Very interesting. Cannonier. Yeah, potentially Cannonier. That'd be a good fight. But Cannonier is going to be out with a broken arm until probably mid next year. So, no, he shouldn't do that. But he might come back in May or April. But I doubt Costa's going to want to wait 5 more months to get that sour taste out of his mouth. You know what I mean? Guru, who's more likely to fail at moving up in weight and winning? Jones or Izzy? Who is more likely to fail at moving up in weight and winning? Jones or Izzy? I think Jones has more of a chance losing to heavyweights than Adesanya does to Jan Blachowicz. I think Jones loses to Stipe. And I think that Jones loses to Ngannou. And I think that Jones could lose to Blades, but we'll see. Yeah. And I think Jones has a chance of losing to DC at heavyweight. Well, not now at heavyweight, but when DC first moved up and he still wasn't completely morbidly obese and shit, had still a bit of... I don't even know, actually. No, I'd probably go with Jones against DC at heavyweight, but I'd go with Stipe against Jones. I think people Jones's size give him fucking problems, and that has been the case every single time at light heavyweight. If you look at all of the guys that Jones has destroyed in the middleweight division, I mean, sorry, boy, there you go, actually. I mistakenly said middleweight. At light heavyweight before, Chael Sonnen, Vitor Belfort, Shogun's not a big guy for light heavyweight, you know. Lyoto Machida has made middleweight before. Dan Henderson has been a middleweight before. It's just interesting, you know. Not a big guy for light heavyweight. Mon champ. Okay. Whatever happened to Max Roshkov? IDK how to spell the guy who made his corner stop it against Hubbard. Thank you for the 8 cents, Jay. I appreciate you, and you didn't leave a comment, so I can get right back to this. Champion of MMA. The guy who made his corner stop it. Oh, yeah, Max Roshkov. That was his name. The media shit all over him and made it a bigger deal than it. Listen, the whole thing was this. This is what I don't understand. The whole thing was they shouldn't have made it. They shouldn't have made the guy ask his corner that many times because it's just so embarrassing for him. But then they're talking about it and getting hundreds of thousands of views, getting paid for it and telling the world about how he quit. You know what I mean? But still, it's very interesting. I don't know. Nothing. And he'd probably get... Yeah, I think he got cut from the UFC, didn't he? He should be. He was never good enough to be there in the first place. He was only like 4-0 or some shit like that. So, I don't know. It's interesting. He was doing all right at the start of it, though. I think on a full camp, he would do good. He got cut. Yeah, there you go. Listen, win a fight. This is what he should do. Matt Roshkov, win a fight. People will watch it and get the recommendation of it because you were the guy that lost in the UFC and there's already some hype around your name. So beat one guy, then the storyline is there for the contender series. The redemption arc. If you just beat one more guy. 5-1, take on a guy who's like 7-2, 8-2, 7, 8, 9-3 on the contender series. Beat him, then we'll talk some sense. You know what I mean? Stop counting the ballots, Guru. You cheating fuck. What do you mean counting the ballots? You cheating fuck. Oh, you're talking about election. You're just trying to say that I think that he's cheating just because he's counting the ballots. No, the counting the ballots in certain states is going well. But yeah, stop the count. No, don't stop the count. I think all of them should be counted, but I don't understand the estimations of it all. I think we're not talking about the fucking election, all right? That's what we're not talking about, all right? God. Fuck off. It's so annoying. Everyone needs to just fucking jab it in there. I don't want to talk about the fucking election. Liberals are conflating not counting late ballots with stopping the count. Yeah, and Joe Biden came out and said that he had the best and most intricate and inclusive voter fraud organization. Check Donald Trump's YouTube channel. It's very interesting. A dead cat got a voting ballot sent to him. Or not a ballot, a voting registration thing sent to them, which is very interesting. Dead voters... people who are listed as dead in New York City were voting for Joe Biden. You can look that up. So we can talk about politics, but you don't want to talk about politics. And YouTube doesn't want me to talk about that as well. So we're going to stick to MMA. Don't demonetize me, you fuckers. Honestly. That was an old clip. Lamau IDK, how people didn't expect this. Now that Biden's won, are we finally going to get the... Okay, cool. We've already got it. Nunes is the queen. Why are people giving Simmons a chance versus Chiesa? He's got a good amateur career and he's a wild enough guy to Kevin Croom it. So people are like they're hedging their bets, but I still don't think he beats Chiesa though. Chiesa's pretty good. Stop the fight. Mike Perry versus Tim Means predictions. I'm going to be going with Timothy Perry. I'm going to go with Mike Perry for sure against Tim Means by decision. Tim Means taking it on short notice. On full camp, I wouldn't mind picking Means in that fight, even as I burp instead of saying the word underdog from now on. It's my new language. You know what I mean? Cocaine or meth? Or that enough of an answer? I'm joking. Neither, because it's absolutely trampy. Guru, why aren't you watching Bellator? Not interested? Oh, the prelims. I started the stream. Someone said they're starting later. During the member stream, you're going to be watching Bellator, but the prelims are on now, eh? I don't know if I want to watch the prelims. I'm not going to pay too much attention to them. You know what I'm saying? Bellator. Here we go. Manhoef versus Anderson prelims. Wow. Guys fighting. It's good, though. I just don't know. I want to do my video, All good. Lord Perry has no camp. Yes. Unlike Diego Sanchez, who is definitely got a lot of camp genetics running through his brain. Guru, how's it going, sir? Do you think Islam versus RDA being 5 rounds instead of 3 make you want to pick RDA? Yes, I'm going to be picking RDA. I'm picking RDA. I am picking IDMMA Guru. I'm picking Rafael Dos Anjos versus Islam Makhachev. I shall be doing it in a 5-rounder. I like his fucking chances, boys. I really do. Watching the Kevin Lee fight again. I think I would pick Kevin Lee. I would pick Kevin Lee against Makhachev. Not now, that with his injuries and stuff and a long layoff, but after you watch Kevin Lee versus Gillespie, I'd pick Kevin Lee against Makhachev. That's warranted. But obviously now his knee injury and he's gone fucking mental and ruined the back of his fucking head. Maybe a different story, but still. Don't know, Guru. Thank you. Anyway, not wank you. That's a different thing. It's not Saturdays. $2 from Mean Sports. Thank you very much, Mean Sports. I appreciate the $2. Hey, any advice for someone trying to grow in this niche? In this niche circumstance of the world, trying to grow. LED lights, get yourself a bathtub. It's actually a good container at times. The plant pot itself is big on this. And also, if the baggie's looking a bit small and you don't think you can make it into a 3-5, grind up some sand, put it in there, maybe smash up some glass, adds to the effect and doesn't really do too much permanent damage in the way of, strokes. You're going to get a bit strokey, but not full strokes when you lace that shit. But yeah, just do stuff like that if you're trying to grow in this niche environment. But yeah. Oh, on YouTube, right. Basically what the analysts of the UFC say, try and go against what they say, because you'll notice if you have got the brain capacity available for this world of MMA, if you're worthy, you'll know what to do. Okay, that's what we're gonna go with. Thank you very much for the $2, dude. I appreciate you. But yeah, if you're worthy, you'll know once you watch those analysts who's really correct about the world of MMA. You know what I'm saying? Yogo, look yourself up on Instagram. Someone's impersonating you or something. Okay, very funny. Check it out. Am I gonna bro? No, he's not. This is just another MMA girl. He's not even putting in my picks. Yeah, not true. He better fucking not be impersonating me, because it's not me. So I don't like this. But there's so many MMA gurus out there, but there's only one, the MMA guru. And that's the big fucking deal. Okay? But fair play. Look again. No, there's another one. Okay. Let's look at... Oh, don't do that. The whole stream would be over. Thank you. That is a horrible hotkey to press. Let's look again, shall we? Okay. People are just hogging the names. Go, oh, MMA Guru doesn't have fucking... MMA Guru doesn't have fucking social media, so let's just hog the fucking name so he has to pay us eventually. It's so fucking annoying. You know what I mean? Fuck him. It says Juru. It doesn't. I'm sorry, I was taking a test for college. You were taking test for college? Fuck, dude. Joe Rogan or something, eh? I mean, fair play, if you feel like you're a little bit imbalanced, get that fucking test up, you know what I'm saying? Nico Price versus Randy Brown was the best when retardation prevails fight. Okay. Yeah, kind of, but also genius, you know what I mean? Retarded genius, I like to say. Have you seen Darth Bloatlord's new video, Guru, when he's not streaming? I believe I have. So I've seen a lot of Darth Bloatlord's videos. Who should Shabazian fight next? Shabazian should fight, most likely, either Kelvin Gastelum. Loser goes to the Inverted Ribs Clinic. I don't know. Loser goes, I don't know. Maybe don't do that one, because we don't want to lose two young guys. Do Shabazian versus the loser of Jacare versus Vittori, or something like that. Would be cool. Especially if it's Jacare, maybe not Jacare. I don't know if he's ready. Let's do Shabazian versus someone unfucking ranked. Easy win. Coming off a loss. Maybe Shabazian versus... I don't know if I want to give someone a shot up the rankings, though. This is the problem that I'm having. This is the problem when you're a streaking contender that loses. Now you're in fucking Shipsville, okay? Now you're in a tricky situation because you can't take on guys coming off a loss below you. So it's going to have to be someone close. Maybe the loser of Tavares versus Antonio Carlos Jr., but he's already beat Tavares. So fuck off. Maybe Jotko. Jotko deserves a bit of a jump up, even though he's coming off wins. I don't care. Jotko versus Shabazian. Cool. Guru, who has better feints, Adesanya or Giles? Okay. Giles doesn't when it counts. You know what I mean? Backstage before he's walked out. Guru, if Kelvin loses, is he cut? Well, it depends if they land in the elbows. Better left titty, Adesanya or Mom Champ? Why specifically left one? I've heard of Adesanya, dude. That shit. I mean, he's grown it from weed. Like, at least Mum Champ got it genetically. Adesanya's had to work for his. Just rubbed buds all over it. Apparently, it just inflates your tit, you know what I mean? Do you think Hermansson submits Izzy? I think he's got a good fucking chance. I think Hermansson's got the best chance in the middleweight division of winning. A lot of people don't like that. Omega be looking like Griffin off of MIB free. Let's look it up. Better not be a mystical bird mixed with a lion. It's a guy with a beanie hat on. Thank you. Nick Diaz should have double Ds by now if it were true, indeed. But, you know, believe him, it's Adesanya. You know what I mean? Dirty Sanchez, sweet dude. These Bellator prelims don't look like fighters at all. They don't, hence why I'm not watching it at the moment. Aragu takes the beanie off in members only chat, so if you want to see his beanie off, you know what you need to do. I cannot confirm nor deny this. I deny it. It won't happen. I don't want to steal your money. Oh, fuck. I thought someone accidentally signed up. Think of it £2, Jay. If you do want to sign up for an extra bit of members streaming where you'll get all your questions answered, go into the link in the description or the button next to the subscribe one and sign up to members only live. It's pretty interesting, you know what I mean? And if I get to 100 members, I'm going to start doing other stuff. We're good. It's funny because I haven't heard any mainstream MMA news media say anything about Izzy's breasts. I know they haven't because, you know, we're looking for real evidence of steroids, like Paulo Costa's biceps. You know what I mean? Not gynecomastia. You know what I'm saying? Or hormone imbalances in the body. Or hidden scans from the doctors that's now apparently just weed. You know? So, yeah, we're looking for the real steroid abusers. You know what I mean? What's the win percentage for Corey Anderson today? I'm going to go with 70%, 75%. I mean, he's got actually, no, hang on. Anderson's going to ragdoll him, but Manhoef's got power, so. But Manhoef's also a fat little man at this point, so we're not going to go with him. He looks like Deji. He's got that build to him, you know, that baby fat. Actually, am I thinking of the right guy? I've always got Manhoef and Gillard mixed up, but Manhoef's obviously much bigger. But they're both at Bellator right now. Maybe. I don't even fucking know about Gillard, honestly. Manhoef, here we go. Yeah, I'm thinking of the right fucking guy. He's all right, though. He actually is not bad, but he has got that baby chub to him now. So I'm definitely going to be going away from that towards Corey Anderson, who's going to tower above him. Tower above him, and that's not a joke. But still. I'm fading Corey Lamau. Interesting. Corey has no chin. Sweet, dude. Guru, did you know that TJ and the Diaz brothers are cousins? Wow. 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 I hope Mom Champ Ribas will only grapple for 3 rounds. Yes, please. Lots of north and south and intentional triangles. Guru, remember when you flexed your bicep in the thumbnail of your Guru's MMA show 82? Classic. Did I ruin it? Why would I do that? I'm not vain. Oh, I did. Okay, well, there you go, boys. I'm fucking wamp, by the way. Your best parlay of the night for this Saturday is who? Shut up. I'm saying. Roman, I've got one so far. I'm going to do another one tonight. I've got one so far on Romanov, Bevan Lewis, and Ramiz Brahimaj. 20 to return 130 or something like that. Costa versus Whitaker prediction. I'm going to go with Robert Whitaker for sure. Jabs his face off. For 3 rounds, especially. If it's 5er, definitely Whitaker, but 3 rounds is good as well. It means that Whitaker doesn't have to conserve himself or anything, you know. How is this 28 free flyweight not in the UFC? Oh, don't know. The arm looks so big in comparison to the rest of your body. My biceps are wider than my fucking head. Okay, I'm built weirdly. You know what I mean? But yes, I used to do some bicep curls here and there. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. Well, I've definitely lost some mass now to him. But I used to be back on. I used to be on my bicep curls a lot. It's not just a breast from Izzy. He almost got finished by Kelvin. Then he smokes Whitaker and Costa. Completely different speed and nervous system that he didn't have in his whole career before. Yeah. Incest strength. Well, you know, UK is an island. And some of my family go back to Wales. So we'll just leave it at that. Thank you very much. Could it be steroids or weed? I don't know why. What, my bicep or Adesanya? Oh, yeah, it could be weed straight into my biceps. Yeah, definitely. Or I just rub yeast on them. You know what I mean? Inbred. That's an inbreeding joke. Jamie Simmons is going to Kevin Kroom the can man, he says. Hoi, hoi, hoi. John Jones is quietly serving another suspension and the UFC are keeping it quiet. Oh, conspiracy time. Maybe. Kura has a huge head with tiny shoulders. No, I don't. But cool. I'm pretty wide. You know what I mean? Like fucking Weidman, mate. But all good. Have you ever tried magic mushrooms? Give me a second. I need to fucking Kamaru Usman myself on this fucking screen real quick because this guy's commented about the width of my shoulders. You know what I mean? So I've got to sit like Usman at a press conference. Give me a second. Ugh. Nobody gives up their championship and pay-per-view points for nothing. John Jones does, so he can fight crime. I love how when Jones loses, he had a bad night, but when Izzy beat Costa or Whitaker, he was controlling them with his mind and body, not the punch. Indeed. If Jones, Woodley, or Adesanya tends to lose, it's because they had a bad night, of course. Don't be silly. Tiny shoulders, bruv. I don't know. I think I've got good shoulders. The traps come way up, you know what I'm saying? Guru bicep curls huge pieces of furniture while he's at work. It's true. I do, actually. You look like a Russian fat dude with a beard who competes on the slaps competition. Vasily Komotsky. Check it out. No, I'm not going to do it. Usman is a silly dork. Yeah, maybe. Guru, you're in a bar. Adesanya sits very close to you and offers you a drink. What do you do? How close to me are we talking? He just sits next to me because the way you've said very close makes it seem like he's the drink is for a reason. You know what I mean? Who's got Akkers for Bellator fights? No one. MMA the beanie bottler. Guru, thank you very much, good sir. He sits on your lap. Okay, that's a different situation. In a gay distance. Okay. In a gay distance of fighting. So an Artem Lobov distance of fighting. Distance of space, you know. Like Lobov pressure. I will rip that tit off and run for my fucking life with it. And run also with that tit directly to USADA and place it right into a test tube. Okay. And we're testing that shit for real. Okay. You've got to crack the code of what? What is the best nickname that fighter gave to the other? What is the best nickname that fighter give to other? Sweet. Street Judas, Tiramisu. Oh, okay. I get what you mean. Street Judas, Tiramisu Habib, McChicken. It's McNuggets, though, isn't it? McNuggets is what Ferguson calls him. Tiramisu Habib. But he doesn't call him Tiramisu Habib, though. I know what you mean, Jalal. I'm going to try and think of actual ones they've given. Street Judas is good. Street Judas is pretty good. Tyquil Woodley. I guess I'll just go with Colby Covington. You know what I mean? That's everything Colby Covington. Leon Scott. I mean, you kind of got to admit, you've set me up here to say Colby Covington. You know what I mean? Leon Scott, Tyquil Woodley. Are you kidding me? Marty Fake Newsman. Kamaru Fake Newsman. Are you kidding me? How dare you ask who has the best names that they give other fighters? Colby's names that he gives other fighters changes people's names on their birth certificate. Okay? And now Leon Edwards' wife and kids have to change their surname. It's craziness. New Zealanders don't need roids. Well, yeah, they're all fat. Don't need to roids if you don't have to fuel any muscle. I'm joking. I didn't say that, of course, because that was about a specific geographical accumulation of people. But they'll get over it. They're New Zealanders, you know. Keep repping the UK flag. Rafael Dos Nachos. I don't know. But yeah. Jones, sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but you know, they don't need roids, you know. Jason Momoa, natural. Jones giving DC pussy was cool, very interesting. Oh yeah, hey pussy, you still there? But that's not really a nickname that he gave him. That's an insult to call someone a pussy. You know what I mean? He didn't say, hey, pussy Cormier. You know what I mean? Mighty Fake News Newsman, born in Nebraska. Yeah, born and raised Nebraska. Roll Tide. I don't actually know if Nebraska is from the South. Nebraska. It's not that far south, is it? Where is Nebraska? Hornbuskers? I want to say it's a cold place. So it must be up north somewhere. Yeah, we're talking middle north. I'll take it. I'll take the prediction now. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Nebraska. Yeah, bro. Why do you ban people from... you absolute bastard. Nebraska in the middle, indeed. Dance for me, Nate. Dance for me. Colby is so funny. Why do people get offended by a personality? Because people are semi-consciously brained nowadays. One time. Trump dominated in Nebraska. Kamaru Trump support confirmed. Yeah, yeah. Kamaru swayed the fucking voting numbers in favor of Trump. You know, he's so into him. People have retardation. Yeah, people have some retardation. You know what I'm saying? Pretty some weird stuff. I think we've built a culture that requires social acceptance. And when you build a culture that requires social acceptance, you enter an echo chamber only saying what people want to hear be said, rather than what needs to be done, good sir. You voted for Biden, didn't you? If I was going to waste my fucking time getting an American citizenship, legally, by the way, which I'd love to do, because why else would you? How else would you get into a country, right? But still, I would not do it for Biden. Okay? It's going to have to be someone special. You know what I mean? But I did do it for Tito Ortiz. I did vote for Tito Ortiz. If I'm ever going to waste my fucking time going through immigration, it's going to be for a man like Tito Ortiz to take office. You know what I mean? Kamari voted through smoke signals. Okay. Guru, why do you love black guys so much? If I say no, then it's strange. And if I say yes, then it's strange. So you've caught me in one of your double-ended swords there, good sir. So I'm going to simply move on and wait for a great next question that will be asked. Tito 2020 is the next thing that I see in chat. Thank you very much. Does Abdul Razak Al Hassan win by first round KO? Who's he taking on again? Chaos Williams? I think Abdul Razak Al Hassan will win in the later rounds. I think Chaos Williams is going to come at him. Abdul Razak Al Hassan's got a great chin. So I think he'll move it into the second and get him there, most likely. Would Rockhold beat Adesanya or just Israel? The whole Middle Eastern country. I'd say Rockhold would have beaten Adesanya if Adesanya... Depends if Rockhold fought him when he maybe should have fought him, then yeah, but nowadays I'd go with Adesanya for sure, you know, since he's bulked up and stuff out of nowhere. You know what I mean? But Adesanya would beat Rockhold. But Israel Adesanya would lose to Rockhold. But Adesanya, the last fucking hormone bender, problems, you know? Guru, how much will the election affect Colby's gimmick? It won't. They'll just go for the next, after 4 years is over. I think that I'm so into politics, man. I think I might run for office. You know what I'm saying? 2 to Izzy would be... Because what else are you going to do when you can't, like, pursue models and fivesomes? You know what I mean? What when you're 40 and you got kids and you're hopefully retired? You know what I mean? You got to do something. And if I'm rich as fuck and I have, like, power, then I'm uncorruptible. Easiest way to win an election, be uncorruptible and racist. I'm joking. Not racism. But, like, borderline. I'm joking, though, obviously. The stream's going up. Guru for PM? No, we're not going to do that. Guru so based? No, we're not going to do racism. But I am going to buy an island, and it will be called Beanieville, of course, and you must wear a beanie. It will be mandatory. But yeah, your opponent would just dig up these streams, Lamau. Yeah, but listen, yeah, this would actually fuel it because I'd be normal to people. People don't understand the way the world fucking is. I swear to God, all your fucking... I feel like everyone who speaks on Twitter is in a gated community. Honestly, if someone saw me say something a bit borderline this or that, they'd be like, hey, one of us, one of the 99% of us in the world that said something borderline extremely offensive. Like, I feel like that's what people have to start doing nowadays, just owning that shit, you know? Guru will be the worst ruler in history. I'm in, yes. If we're going to go down, we're going to go down with a fucking... We're going to go down swinging like a retard. You know what I mean? We're going to go down swinging like James Vick on the back foot, which is not swinging, kind of. You know what I mean? Just sort of grabbing at the head. Amid the only member here to sign up, guys. Am I the only member here? No. Darling Boy is here, and so is Mario Lobos again. But there are no members. If someone would like to sign up, that would be grand. Which female fighter is the hottest except Mickey Gall? Okay. You've tarnished Mickey Gall's name there. I was confused for a second. Female fighter. We will go with Namachianas with hair, but I don't know. There's others. There's others that will rise up, but you can't deny that Izzy's got a fucking great pair of tits. You know what I mean? Or just a singular one. You know what I mean? Which is almost better. You know, because the asymmetry will just rile me up and put off my OCD, you know? Veronica Macedo is up there. But let's not talk about that kind of stuff, you know? Hamzat versus Leon, who you got? Perfect question. I'm going to go with Leon Edwards. Because I've been looking at people's takedown defense against Hamzat Chimaev. I kind of want to talk about this before the end. But Marvin Vittori's Insta story about America. Let me see. Marvin Vittori has an Instagram story regarding the United States of America. I thought Italy was corrupted, but after yesterday, I realized that USA is exactly the same boat, if not the worst. Marvin Vittori. Based and autistic. What does that tell you? I'm telling you guys, autism is genuinely bonus IQ points. Stop diagnosing kids. It makes them retarded because you don't discipline them like you do other kids. That's actually the best thing to do. Obviously, there's levels to the game. You know what I mean? There's levels to it, but a little dose of autism, like self-diagnosed Vittori, is enough. You know what I mean? Guru's so epic, make him king of England. I don't want to have no power. I don't really like, you know, sticking baby blood into my neck to stay alive. You know what I mean? So anyway, it's interesting. What was I just about to talk about? The takedown defense of Khamzat Chimaev's opponents. Here we go. Look at Rhys McKee. Just look at Rhys McKee versus Khamzat Chimaev. And look at how quickly he goes for the underhook. Because he takes his jolly old fucking time. I swear to God. I look at Chimaev's takedowns that he gets in the UFC. I look at John Phillips' takedown defense against Chimaev. I swear, I genuinely believe this in my whole soul as a being. The second he faces adversity, it's going to be a big difference. Because even in this fight with, before he landed the uppercut against the guy that he fought outside the UFC, I can't remember his name exactly, but I think it was like, it had an S in it or something like that. And everyone talks about it. But the guy just had a whizzer and he had an underhook and he was just shucking off takedowns. You know what I mean? And then obviously Khamzat landed the uppercut, which is big. But Leon Edwards, dude, I don't see that shit fucking happening, man. Not at all. Vittori would be our head general in Beanie Land, indeed. Vittori's welcome anytime, you know. Do you think motivated Rockhold, actually training and well-fitted at 205, would have beat Jan and possibly became champ? I think it's arguable, indeed. Beanieville will be a lot of a Lolita Express 2.0. I'm genuinely serious about this. We're going to have a Guru Land. Not Guru Land. Maybe we wouldn't rename anything, but I do want to own something that I can have power in. Yeah, I mean, your island would get bombed the first day, mate. Well, then let the governments expose themselves because they know that I would be the new revolution of human. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It wouldn't take me long to buy out Isle of Wight, mate. And it'd be perfect for my agenda to have it. I'm joking. We're not going to take over the world on some Hitler shit. I'm sorry. Vittori impression. We're going to go with no, because I can't do it. That dude was didn't deny the allegations. What allegations? Edmund Gast hard versus Darren Stewart. How did nobody see the Brunson loss coming off of who? Edmund Gast hard versus Darren Stewart. How did nobody see the Brunson loss coming? Who should he take? Oh, fuck off, you stupid fucking hindsight Andy, man. I swear to God. I'm sick of him. How did you not see it coming? I don't do that with Wonderboy Pettis. I just say, hey, I picked him. I did good to do it. You know what I mean? Even though I picked him. But I'm not going to be fucking blaming Wonderboy pickers. You know what I mean? I called Brunson. Oh, yeah, all these people without fucking former evidence. But people did pick Brunson. I understand. But, like, fucking hell. No one was like, how did nobody pick Brunson? I don't know. People did pick Brunson. But he should have been an underdog there. Just off of what we knew. You know what I mean? Guru versus Brandon K predictions. No. You know what I mean? Wonderboy beats Pettis 9, but think Shrek versus Lord Farquaad. You know what I mean? Wonderboy beats Pettis 9 out of 10 times. He doesn't know. Not that many times, but he was a good style to beat Wonderboy there. Oh, no. Sorry. Other way around. I thought you said Pettis beats Wonderboy. Pettis is a great style to beat Wonderboy. But I don't mind if you pick Wonderboy because it's to be expected. But when I'm picking underdogs, I need it just to be style and maybe a mix of other stuff, even though I can think that the favorite's good enough to be favorite, you know? You don't see me pick many Hail Mary underdogs, you know? Other than maybe, but Kutalaba wasn't Hail Mary. That's like 2-1. So not Hail Mary, but you rarely see me pick someone like who definitely should be a fucking underdog. You know what I mean? Chimaev is smashing Leon. Is interesting for the $2. Thank you very much, Mario Lobos, sharing your uneducatedness with us for $2. What a generous man. I appreciate you, Mario Lobos. What a great guy. Oh, $5 from Bryant Esquivel. I can't believe Izzy used weed in his excuse for his gyno. Spelled incorrectly. 100% of the juice on the juice. How can you get another fight without resolving this new boob issue? How about by moving up in weight so the overall weight gain makes the boob look less obvious? Oops! Exposing the plans. Even though Whitaker can be back in March and they want to do Blachowicz versus Israel Adesanya in March. Oops. Did I just expose something about someone? Thank you very much for the $5, Bryant Esquivel. I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe he just needs to get a kid and, Peter Griffin Stewie that shit, when he tries to breastfeed him. Get rid of it, maybe. Maybe it's milk. You never know. Maybe it's milk from all that weed. That's such a shit excuse. Let me just look that up just before we end this one. Can weed cause gyno? Oh, not looking too good so far with no search result. Here we go. Oh, CNN. Very trustworthy. Can smoking weed give you man boobs? Marijuana and gynecomastia, because marijuana cause gynecomastia. Very interesting. The rock.us. Let's go for this one. An anecdotal report of gynecomastia in chronic cannabis smokers. Oh, do you don't think that had anything to do with the munchies, maybe? Of cannabis on male hormones, a casual association between cannabis and gynecomastia was hypothesized. Okay. Based on the structural similarity of tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, and estriadol. Also, it was just hypothesized because of the structural similarity of the ingredients of them. You know what I mean? Was shown to directly stimulate development in rats' breast tissue. Okay, so it worked on rats. Fair enough. Guess we found out what Adesanya's real spirit animal is. It provided conflicting results regarding... so it's just based on testosterone levels. Cannabis, although laboratory investigations on human subjects provided conflicting results, to the rat one, regarding the effects of cannabis use on testosterone levels. One study failed to demonstrate any influence of intensive cannabis use on prolactin levels. The present report is case control study of gynecomastia in a military population, U.S. Army soldiers in Nuremberg, Germany, where the incident of cannabis use was nearly 50%. So no, but it does on rats. It's almost ironic, What a fucking thing to pick. But maybe it does. It obviously might have some effect on it. But I also think that just cannabis, you can't say that though. This is what I don't understand. You can't say that cannabis causes something, but there's a lot of stuff in between cannabis and the man boobs. You know what I mean? Like there's the munchies and there's the overall maybe not so get up for a run kind of attitude, even though there are some people out there that can do that. I'm sure the general majority of us, people that do it, like to just mong out and lose their mind at a screen. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in between. I don't think you can directly correlate them, but it's interesting. It's an interesting excuse to go for. Never heard it before. It's cool. Who Joy just died. Oh my God, rip. Oh, I don't even want to hear about it. Goodbye. See you later. Oh, member stream. There will be one. Check the community tab right now. If you are a member, and if you're not a member, just smoke some weed, grow some breasts, chill out a bit, See you later. Goodbye. Check the community tab if you're a member, if you're not, and then toodle pip.